Good evening. Good evening. Good night. This is Marie's Message 411 TV. I came live tonight because I want to talk about illegal immigrants coming into the country and my opinion of why there are so many illegal immigrants coming across the border. I do my own analyzation in my own mind and come up with my own opinion. And I just wanted to share my opinion. And after I'm finished with the live, you can comment and tell me what you think. If there is poverty and oppression where people live, there's gonna be a human instinct that kicks in, and it's called survival. And it's only but so long a person or community of people can live oppressed and poor before they try to seek what they need. And if they have to take risk in order to cross the border, some do not make it. Some make it and are returned back to where they originally came from. But what I'm saying is, it's a bigger picture here. And I think if we work on this bigger picture, in my opinion, it would not be so many illegal immigrants coming across the border from other countries and islands. I think the main problem is if we go to those countries and islands to see how these people live, some come from dictatorial dictatorship ruling where they live, where they were born, where they are citizens. Their di- their society is a dictatorial one, dictatorial one, dictatorship. And then you have those that are coming in illegally from islands and countries that are saying that they are democratic. They're portraying themselves to the world as democratic. But the people are treated like a dictatorial society. So that's the two main issues right there. If you live in an economy where your parents work hard, sweat and tears to make sure that you graduate from college and you get your bachelor's degree in sports medicine, but when you leave college, there are no jobs available for you, and you end up have to take a job at a hotel serving drinks, being a waiter or waitress. Some of these people who are trying to escape the environment in which they live and have to survive, it's because of the breakdown of the economy where they live. They are very intelligent people, but there's nothing available in their society for them to excel after they get their degree. So, what is the point of them even going to college when there are no jobs available? And the jobs that are available, the people are overworked and very underpaid and are very mistreated by their employers. These people have families to feed. They have children, they have wives, they have husbands, aunties, uncles. And yet they go to college and get degrees, and there are no jobs. And if there is a job available, the rules of application for this position is so strict and stringent that it's almost impossible for them to even get a job. So some of these people that are running away from their country or their island and are coming across the border is because there is nothing available for them in their society where they live. They can't work, they can't pay bills. The whole infrastructure of that country is shot. The medical, all of the doctors, the nurses, the teachers are all leaving to go to other countries. Not because they want to leave their country or their island, but because the opportunities for them to succeed in their field of practice is not available in their society where they live. So that's why there is an influx of people coming from other countries into the United States illegally. And they will take severe risks, risk their lives, risk their children's lives, their families' lives, out of desperation. Because where they live, you have the rich and you have the poor. And there is no opportunity. There is no middle class anymore. There's no opportunity for the poor to actually become middle class because of the oppression and the dictatorial ruling. This is just my opinion. Just my opinion. I would love for you all to leave your comments and tell me what you think. I welcome all comments, even if I don't agree. I agree to disagree. But I think, in my opinion, one of the main issues why there is so many um, illegal immigrants risking their lives, spending their last dollar to get away from the society in which they are citizens. And it is and if you go back and check how they live and what type of um um what type of environment they have to live in. Some of these people are trying to escape violence and crime because there's so much violence and crime where they were born. And it becomes a generational thing where their child grow up in it, then it just continues, and some of these people want a better life for themselves and their children, and they see that the only way to get it in their mind is to take the risks that they take in order to cross the border and to come into the United States. Or sometimes they cross the border and go into Canada. They cross the border and go into England, into the UK, and by any means necessary, they do what they have to do. Some die in the process, trying to escape the horrible living conditions that they have to live in and day out. I think that's the main issue, and that's my opinion. Let's check these countries and these islands where these people are coming from and find out why everyone is trying to run away from where they were born. That's that's where we need to start. Go back. Let's check these countries and these islands and find out how are these places being run. What is the quality of life amongst the average citizen of that community? Let's find out why these people are trying their best to run away to the point where they risk their own life and risk their children's lives just to get away. That's where we need to start. And most likely, if you go back and you check these places where these people are running from to come into the United States or into the UK or into Canada, it's not because they're bad people and they want to run away. These are very intelligent people who want better for themselves, who want to live in peace and raise their children in peace without the violence, without the gang violence and the guns and the drugs and the killing and the raping. Some of these islands and some of these countries, the children are growing so traumatized that I think all of them, from the child to the auntie, the uncle, the grandmother, everybody should be able to get counseling, because I know I'm not a doctor. I don't diagnose, but with all of the trauma that some of these children and people have to grow in their environment, in their society where they live, in my opinion, I have no doubt that they have some form of post traumatic stress disorder and depression. There's no way you can live in a society where it's like a war zone 24 hours a day and hardly nothing to eat, no jobs. You don't know when your family's going to be taken out. No one can come out of that type of society that's been living in it, that's not going to have some type of mental trauma. So, in my opinion, I don't say it's not right to travel across the border illegally. If the law says that it's illegal, it's illegal. But let's start to get to the root of the problem and find out why it is so popular, so prevalent, and it's becoming more and more and more. Stop trying to put a band-aid on the problem by having these camps where you put these illegal immigrants in camps and send them back to where they came from. That's not that hasn't worked. It so many times over the years that have been done, and it's still happening, and it's happening more and more and more. That doesn't work. You're trying the same thing expecting a different result. No, no, no. Let's get to the root of the problem. Let's get to these countries and these islands and find out what's going on in their society, why they all have to be running away, that they're willing to risk their own life. And it's not older people that are taking this risk, it's the younger generation because they're educated, they want better for themselves, but there's no opportunity where they live. Some societies, no matter how educated you are and what degrees you just got from college, if they look at your address on the application, if you fill out an application and they see your address, if your address is a certain address, just know that your application will be thrown in the trash. This is how some people have to live in their society, and they go to college and their parents pay for them to go to school, and they study hard and come out at the top of their class. Very intelligent people. You have teachers, lawyers, doctors, surgeons, engineers, and there's no jobs for them. So why are they even going to college? Why are you taking their money? When they finish their internship, there is no job waiting for them. I don't know where this little fly thing come from, but it's flying around me, and I'm not gonna stop my video because of it either. I'm still gonna be doing my live, so if you see a little thingy flying around, it's not a fly. I don't know what it is, but yeah, just coming on just to give my opinion on that. My discussion is about crossing the border illegally and why there are so many illegal immigrants coming across the border, whether it's into the US, into Canada, into the UK. Why is there such an influx? And my opinion is let's get to the root of the matter. For example, if someone come knocking on my door, better yet, they don't have to knock on my door. I keep finding them sneaking into my house, and they're doing whatever they have to do, including some of them losing their lives trying to get into my house, right? You don't think eventually you're going to say to yourself or say to them, why is it that you want to come into my house so bad? Why would you risk your life and your family's life just to come to my house? What is going on at your house? What's wrong with your house? Why you can't stay at your house? Why do you have to be at my house? And they will explain to you that where they live, it's like a nightmare that they're trying to get out of. And their human side of survival has kicked in. And it's by any means necessary. So let's start focusing on the important question here. Why are they trying to escape where they are coming from? Let's get to the bottom of that. And I think that will slow down, bring the numbers down a whole lot. Because there's always going to be people who are trying to come across the border illegally just to how can I put it? There are going to be people who are coming across the border for the wrong reasons that do not need to be in that country or have that privilege to be in that country, because they don't come to be productive or to contribute in a productive way to as a part of the system, right? I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the majority of people who are risking their lives to get here. And it's because of the horrifying living conditions that they are trying to escape where they were born. And if you check that, you will get to the bottom of the problem. And if we rectify that, then if people are able to work and take care of their family and live a peaceful life, they wouldn't be trying to run away from the community that they were born in. That doesn't make sense. So we're just going to pack them up and send them back, but we're not going to fix the problem of why they left in the first place. And the cycle continues because as soon as you bring them back, they're going to find another way to come back again. And the cycle continues. My question is that cycle intentional? Do we really want to get to the bottom of why these people keep trying to run away from their country? Or we just want to keep this cycle going? Just my opinion. I had a few questions. Whoever's watching this, you might have some questions too, or have a comment or few. Drop your comments in the comment section. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. This is Marie's message, 411 TV. Until next time, be good to yourself and be good to others. Bye.